Hello there, welcome to a game of Dota 2. We are here with the first of a best of 5 for the grand finals of the Rapture Gaming League. And good morning to you, Vickermond. Are you awake? How awake are you? It's a better question, because of course you are awake. Maybe he cannot hear me. I think he can. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Ah, good. Hello. Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm very awake.
Oh, good. That is good. Then, yeah, we're here with first Rapture Dire side, Mineski Radiant side. As you can see, there's only 4 people on the side of first departure, but that will be fixed after the draft. We're gonna jump ourselves into a remake to have the game, you know, with 5 versus 5, because that's gonna be nice. And the reason for that is that first departure just had a LAN about 2 hours ago, and they're still making their way back home. And obviously, Kai or Mine is a bit delayed, so we have to wait for him to be here, and then we're gonna have ourselves a bit of a remake, but the draft will at least be already done. I think I asked you yesterday, or you asked me yesterday, and you said you agreed with me. Like,
I asked you.
Yeah, who would you favor in this matchup? Are you still standing by that?
Yeah, I think Mineski are probably favored. I've been impressed by first departure, honestly. I mean, they did beat Orange in the semifinals. They 2-0'd Impervious in the quarterfinals, a little bit less of an achievement. So I like first departure. I think they're a pretty good team. I miss Miracle. Of course, he's on Titan now, so we'll see where he's at. But ChibiX33 is a player I've followed for a while. I think he's very talented. But Mineski overall, I just feel like as a team, their sort of go all in style has just been. It's probably partially the patch, partially just that they've been playing better lately, but I do think the way the games are currently being played, Mineski are very strong.
Yeah, I have to say I was impressed last week with Mineski. I didn't watch all the games, obviously. I was at DreamHack, or making my way back home anyways. But since there was a lot of ruckus about the second game of the series, so of course I had to...
when they lost.
Yeah, I had to watch a bit of that. It was quite the battle. I mean, even there, like, they lost, fair enough. But, I mean, they held on. Like,
the tenacity,
they were fighting.
Joven even... or I think, no, it was Jules. At the end, Jules actually got a tier 4 tower down on his Verana, so they came decently close on the base race.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, base races are always...
They needed more Mjolnirs. I think I said so during the cast. Like, everybody needed a Mjolnir. Crystal Maiden, Crystal Mjolnir.
Crystal Maiden actually still ignored, surprisingly so.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that these are very high priority picks for Mineski. The Alchemist, if it's not banned first phase, they always take it right now, and they always put it on Jay as a support Alchemist. They're really, really good with it. One really fun thing that I saw that I hadn't seen too much before, or I actually hadn't seen anybody do this in a long time, was they had Alchemist in an aggressive tri-lane in Game 1 against Myth Trust. Yeah. They put a Quelling Blade on him as starting item, and he kept starting, he would start the cast in the trees, then cut a path out and like launch a 0.5 second stun at whoever was under the tower, and it would just kill them every time. Like, he got like 4 kills under the tower because they wouldn't know when he was stunning or where he would come from.
That is, I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. That would be fun. We are gonna see first departure again. I mean, this is the 3rd time in a couple of days that we see them picking up the Invoker. I'm happy that they didn't first pick him this time, because it's really not necessary, I feel. But they still they still really want to have that Invoker. We've seen them win with it. We've seen them lose with it. It all depends on what other kind of core they pick up, because when we saw them in the semifinals and they actually picked up the Invoker first in that first game, they matched it up with a Weaver, and that didn't really work out. Luckily, Weaver is banned out, so we won't see that one anymore.
Yep. I think first departure really likes Invoker, just judging by the pick trends, things like that. If they feel the other team is likely to ban him, they'll just take him first phase, but otherwise they'll wait until second. I mean, I've seen this team do very well with this hero too. Like, they I can't remember if it was them that actually went the full Wex Quas, but that actually worked out really well. Oh, no, that was actually Mineski, I think. But first departure definitely has done well with this hero before. Hopefully they'll be able to find a good lane for it. There's not too many... I mean, they banned out Batrider and OD. There's definitely still heroes that match up pretty decently against Invoker that Mineski can pick up for the mid.
Yeah, we still have the Puck, for example, as well. And I'm not really sure if Mineski really plays Pugna, but he is also a pretty decent hero up against Invoker, though we already saw first departure not being too afraid of the Pugna, as they picked Invoker into a Pugna, I think, on Friday. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. We have got a Timber Saw picked up, and if we're gonna hope that Alchemist is gonna be on that suicide lane and in a bit of an aggressive tri lane, would you think that Timber Saw is gonna be on the mid? Is that an option for Mineski here?
Yeah, they could run Timber Saw mid. Invoker doesn't have the damage if early to really stop Timber Saw at all. Timber Saw mid is something we haven't really seen in a long time, and I was always really confused when Timber Saw mid was briefly popular. I didn't think it was the place for the hero. I still don't. But yeah, they could. The thing about it is Invoker does so little damage per auto attack that it's almost not even worth it when you factor in reactive armor. So they could put Timber mid and then still have a tri-lane carry and then a solo safe lane or something.
Yeah, there's not that many carries banned out, actually. I mean, Lifestealer is removed, as well as the Clinks and the
Clinks, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I wasn't really expecting Clinks to go for first departure, because, I mean, they kind of need a bit of a harder carry. I wouldn't mind seeing a Luna up on them, actually. They have got a Clockwork that, like, right now, they have got the same situation as we saw them have on Friday, where they need to have a kind of a core hero, a carry hero, that can come online early, but doesn't fall off. And I think Luna is one of the heroes that could actually be that.
Reserve time.
Yeah, Luna's definitely an option that they can go for. Mineski not likely to do anything like Chen or any of the other heroes that make playing Luna annoying. So yeah, it's an option. I do think that Clinks would have been a pretty good option as well. The hero does so much damage. I think he's really one of the premier carry pickups in 6.79, even if not every team is using him yet.
Yeah, we're gonna see Mineski picking up a hero first. Perhaps that will tell us more a bit about where that Timber Saw is gonna be, or where the Alchemist is gonna go, and if it's gonna be a safe lane, maybe, or still an aggressive tri lane. I really hope it's gonna be that last one. Or perhaps they will already secure themselves a mid matchup, because of course, first departure, they will ban out anything that they don't want to face with that Invoker. I mean, yeah,
I think we might see Juggernaut come out from Mineski for either the tri lane or yeah, for the tri lane. Southeast Asia does like Juggernaut a little more. These teams pick Juggernaut slightly more often than the average team. Oh no, they're gonna go for anti-mage. I'm totally wrong. Wow.
That's like not a hero that I was actually expecting, because you know, I like the Asian Dota that I cast is only Rapture Gaming League at this moment. So otherwise I just watch games, and every time that you think about Mineski, just as a team, you're thinking about Pinoy Dota. Everything is going crazy, kills, movements, all that, and anti-mage just doesn't represent that at all.
So I was thinking Jug, like
yeah, that would fit.
Yeah. So Invoker anti-mage is actually kind of an interesting matchup. I mean, not that they're laning against each other, but in general the matchup is kind of interesting.
Anti-mage and Invoker the mage. Yep.
Right. Invoker being the second grandest magus in the Dota cast.
Yep.
Anti-mage certainly being on the record as not liking magic particularly much, but considering that, it's actually not that bad of a matchup for Invoker. Like, if the Invoker has a really good laning phase, the fact that Sunstrike deals pure damage is very, very, very relevant, because, like, if you watch Ice play Invoker versus Anti-Mage at TI3, like, he crushed it, right?
Yeah.
Like, he was just able to consistently land Sunstrikes right on the Anti-Mage's head, and Anti-Mage hates pure damage almost as much as he hates magic. Because, of course, Anti-Mage has horrible strength. Like, he has no HP. He survives off the fact that he gets really good agi gain, so his armor is good. And, of course, he can blink out of almost every situation. And he has the spell shield. But Invoker can disarm him with Deafening Blast, he can throw him up in the air with Tornado, he can hit him with Sunstrike. As long as you have more damage, like somebody to actually stand toe-to-toe with the Anti-Mage, I don't think it's... I don't know, it doesn't seem like that great of a pick for Mineski to me.
I have to say, I'm impressed by myself by predicting the picks from the other teams feared from the other teams, because we have a puck removal and a Luna removal from the pool. So yeah, the puck up against an Invoker. I mean, you don't want to deal with a hero that has a built-in silence. Like, let them build an Orchid for it, and at least make some effort to have that. And
I don't think the puck ban definitely makes sense. Otherwise, it would be not a fun matchup for Invoker. Spectre. So yeah, somebody to go toe-to-toe with the AM.
Yeah, they need to have something for late game. I'm kind of still worried, because they need to have that early to mid game. They need something to like cross that over, and Invoker and Clockwork can't... Like, Invoker needs a bit more time. Perhaps Clockwork can make something happen
It's
if he
about
has
the
a
Clockwork
decent
to me.
lane. And it's gonna come down to that Clockwork. A lot of pressure up on him. Luckily, Mineski has got really only like the support duo as well as the Timbersaw to deal with this.
Well,
we are gonna have a remake, by the way, so we'll be right back.
It's probably going to be an aggressive tri-lane of Wind Ranger, CM Alk, and then Anti-Mage Solo Safe, right?
Yeah.
Which, when I picked the Anti-Mage, I thought that was exactly what they were going to do. It was Solo Safe AM. Because you're not going to do AM Alchemist CM. That's like... I mean, you can, but...
It's very safe. That would be too passive, and I think they can really punish the also fairly passive lineup of First Departure if they can get themselves, like if they can slow down the Spectre and get that anti-mage up online earlier. There's really not that much that First Departure can actually do against that. I mean, Invoker and Clockwork, yeah, they just will be forced to rotate, and therefore, yeah.
Well, the good thing is that if it's Windrunner CM Elk. In the aggressive try, that lane is very scary. I agree. It's almost it's very, very dominant. But Clockwork versus Anti-Mage, Clock should be able to hit his levels. And that to me for the early game is definitely the most important thing for FD. Clock getting 6 at a good time.
And on top of that, Invoker Timbersaw. I mean, Invoker is well, he's not really gonna kill off Timbersaw. I mean, that's probably not gonna happen. But he is also gonna get his levels. He shouldn't die. He has got that extra movement speed if he wants to get something in Wex. He's got the quest to get a bit more health back from the harassment that he will take. And he can harass the Timbersaw a bit as well with this X-Sword. I kind of like the lanes for First Departure with the X-Sword.
Oh, okay.
Just a bit more extra harassment. I'm going to assume that he's going to go for Quas X-Sword anyway, so the Wex is going to be not picked up yet, so that extra movement speed to get away from a Timbersaw.
Who knows? I don't know. I've seen some pretty decent... the thing is, Timbersaw... Well, no, he probably will go XR, yeah. Just for the anti-mage, just for the dropping Sunstrikes, because it'll help the Trilane as well to have extra damage available. Yeah. Spectre is a neat choice, though. I think she, if you are going to play, like, 4P1 Dota, she's really underrated. Like, in general, she's not a good pick, because you just can't justify it's too weak early. And in fact, as you've been saying, it is a problem. Like, will they be able to guarantee any farm for Spectre at all? But... if they can, she stacks up pretty decently against Anti-Mage. Another hero that deals pure damage, so Desolate's pure, Dispersion's pure. The problem is getting farm. Yeah,
I'm actually thinking, like, because they don't really have that many options to shut down the Anti-Mage, but the Cold Snap is going to stop him from linking away. If the attacks come fast enough, I think that should be doable. And I think also Battery Assault inside the cogs is Anti-Mage, like, if the timing is proper... He is not able to blink out, right? He's gonna get interrupted like all the time. Is he one of those heroes? I think so.
Sorry, say again.
Like like Anti-Mage has got a bit of animation before he actually blinks. Is Battery Assault enough to continuously interrupt that? Yeah.
I don't believe so. I think his cast point is. Oh my god! Sorry, give me a sec. It's shorter than Quops, like a lot shorter than Quops. So I don't think so. Battery Assault is what? Do you remember how long it's between each one? Isn't it like 0.4?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'll look it up. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean...
But I think my gut instinct is to say no, because Clockwork I think is 0.4, and Anti-Mage Blink is like 0.25 or 0.3 or something.
Well, then First Departure is gonna get forced to, after the Hand of Midas on the Invoker, which I'm sure he'll do again, they're kind of forced to get themselves a very fast either Scythe of Ice or an Orchid. Something to lock that anti-mage down.
It won't work. Battery Assault is 0.7, so no way.
So
he can definitely blink out.
Yeah. He might be interrupted once if the timing is done, but yeah, afterwards he should be able to blink out then. And Cold Snap, I think I think he should be able to blink out then as well. Maybe he'll be stopped once or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it also depends on reaction time, right? Because if you have to add the human time that it actually takes to...
Just asking how long.
About
how long it takes.
Actually, neat. I always forget that the cold snaps, like between snap lockout, is also scales with Quas.
Yeah.
So it's 0.77. It's worse than a Battery Assault at level 1, but substantially better than a Battery Assault at max level.
And is it not enough to stop the blinks?
Nah. 0.3 is really fast, honestly. But like. it's not technically enough to stop Quap Blinks, but like again, if you include human reaction time and lag, sometimes it is enough to stop Quap Blinks. But Quap's Blink in general, like Quap's cast point is so bad. Like I hate
she's like
Quap's
moving back and then she can jump. She has to like
she's got some cushion for the pushing basically. Like she needs to.
So needs to launch herself in the air.
Yeah.
Rather than Anti-Mage who just...
It's not even a blink, she's just slingshotting herself.
Yeah. Well, Anti-Mage is really a blink. It's just, he doesn't like magic, but he uses magic to get around. Hypocrite.
I know, right?
Such a hypocrite. Hey, does he have any nice cool kill lines if he kills off an Invoker?
I bet he does.
I bet he does. I can't remember any of the...
Oh, yeah. I remember being really dissatisfied with the fact that they don't answer that question in, like, the hero lore, the whole Blink thing. The excuse they make is, in his encounter with the dead gods, Anti-Mage learned the value of being elusive.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads the question. Magic. Yeah. It's kind of a dodge, I think.
Yep, I find that too. But then again, how else are you gonna explain that?
Oh,
maybe he was
has,
cursed.
Like, almost no rival lines. This is actually really sad.
Oh.
Because he's an early hero, so he has barely any voice acting. He only has like 5 rival lines, and he has several for Terrorblade. Like he has some specialized ones for Terrorblade.
He's in the same party as that Terrorblade. That is the Timbersaw, right?
What?
Terrorblade. Oh no, that's his brother. I forgot about that. Wow. Sheesh. Well, I'm not that big of a Dota 1 player. I just, Terrorblade, just call him Illidan and I'll be knowing who it is.
Right. Yeah, so he has lines for Illidan Stormreach. Not the player, though.
Nope. I like Illidan. I always hate it because I know how to play against him in Dota 1, or at least I experienced that. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, not a fun hero.
No, and he is
a very polarizing hero. People that play him think he's very fun. People that play against him don't like him.
But then he popped his ulti and he is shooting so fast. And it's very frustrating.
No, for sure. I'm glad they haven't started to work on that hero. I can wait.
Yep. I found it kind of interesting that like the newest heroes in Dota 1 got through first with the Ember Spirit and the Fire.
Timbersaw's very new, but he got in so early. But he's still fun. I'm glad.
I never knew Timbersaw in Dota 1.
Yeah, I never played Shredder at all because he was added after Dota 2, so.
Yeah, that's way before my time. Or after my time, I should say.
After your time?
Yep. His team is online, so we're gonna have ourselves a game soon. Sorry for the delay, people. As said earlier, for people that weren't here when we explained it, First Departure, we've already done the draft. First Departure is had a LAN about 2 hours ago, well, right now about 2.5 hours ago, and they were still making their way over towards where they were going to play this match, this best of 5 from. So Kai or Min took a bit longer than the rest, and he is still on his way to the computer where he's going to play from, and therefore we are slightly delayed. But luckily for us, we've already done the draft, so we can jump ourselves right into the game at the moment that he joins, which should be very soon. If his team is online, I'm going to assume that he can just join whenever. I mean, he can, if he needs food or anything like that, he can do that when he's dead, assuming that at some point he might die.
But that would cause intentional death to eat.
Yes. I'm not all familiar with that.
So the teams are... So FD is Invoker, ES, Visage, Clockwork, Spectre, and Mineski is Alchemist, CM, Timbersaw, Anti-Mage, and...
Windranger.
Windranger, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there he is! Woohoo! Nice. But yeah, I would like to see that aggressive trialing coming out for Mineski with the Windranger, Crystal Maiden, and an Alchemist. And do you really think that like, is the Windranger going to take the farm, or would the Alchemist do that?
Windranger, definitely. Okay. It's definitely going to be Jay on the support Alch, maxing stun first, and Windranger taking farm, I think.
Okay. Well, we are finally loading into the game, so we will have ourselves the matchup very, very soon. And,
thing about Alchemist is he's actually a very, 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 very bad aggressive Trilane hero if he's farming, right?
Yes,
like, if he's taking Greevils, he's useless early.
Yeah, if he's gonna go farming, then might as well put him on a safe lane. You're right.
Right. I mean, they could do an anti-mage aggressive try, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
No. No, that's not going to happen. They could also still always go for the safe lane. If that aggressive tri-lane is not going to work out, it's very easy for them to rotate. I mean, Alchemist and Crystal Main could even rotate to try and get some kills in. I mean, with the smoke up, Invoker doesn't really have an escape, apart from running away, going invisible.
It could be very scary. CM Alk is an insane roaming kill comp.
Yeah. Pretty damn scary indeed. Let's see where the heroes are gonna go. I think for first departure is very straightforward. I mean, they've got a Visit and an Earthshaker, which in theory could rotate a bit, but it's very difficult to kill off the Timbersaw. They don't have enough lockdown to kill off the Anti-Mage yet, so that's not gonna happen. And on the aggressive tri-lane, if that is indeed aggressive tri-lane, they do have nice counter initiation. I really hope that they can make something out of that. But overall, if that aggressive tri-lane of Mineski is gonna break up or is not gonna be there, then those two supports are looking to just farm in the jungle. Will be very passive from first departure, I feel, until the moment that Clockwork can rotate.
Yeah, I think you're correctly identifying the main problem for FD, which is up until Clockwork is 6, and even to some extent afterwards, they just have way fewer. They have to play extremely defensively and just try to guarantee whatever they can for Spectre, because they're going to be facing a ton of pressure from Mineski. And Mineski has a lot of options early game, like Windrunner's... Sorry. Windrunner is going to be perfectly capable after level like 2 of just sitting in lane even solo if she needs to. Like for a while she can just sit at the tower and power shot. And that gives CM and Alchemist the opportunity to do a little bit of roaming. Now the problem with roaming from the aggressive try is it's the most obvious thing ever. Like, it's really, really, really obvious. Whereas one of the strengths of Crystal Maiden as a hero is that when she roams from the safe lane, you almost never know. Like, if you play against, like, CM at, like, a semi-competitive level or whatever, that's the main problem, is you never see this friggin' hero. Like, it just sits in the jungle, and then it comes out, like, at unknown times with smoke, and it's, like, level 4 when you're level 4. And it's just really stupid. Whereas when you use CM in the aggressive lane, it's a little harder, but they also won't know whether they're ganking Clock or Invoker. So if both Clock and Invoker are sitting at their tower, like, panicking, that's almost half the job of a smoke gank anyway.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that could be an argument to actually just go for the safe lane.
Yeah,
to have more roaming options.
They could just do Windrunner solo and AM, and then the pseudo tri-lane with a lot of roaming.
Apparently
so yeah, I don't know. But first departure, like, if they can just do well for a while, like for 10-15 minutes, I do like the lineup.
Yeah, they just have to make it through that time. They just have to get that starting gold up. They have to get the Hand of Midas up on the Invoker afterwards. He will be okay. I think Invoker should be okay regardless in terms of gold, unless he gets ganked. But in that regard, perhaps for first departure, it would be best if they have an aggressive tri-lane. I mean, Fissures and Soul Assumptions can stop not every engagement, but enough. And Spectre has got, of course, a bit of built-in escape with her dagger, so she is virtually okay as well. I'm not against, like, first departure. I wouldn't be against it being an aggressive tri-lane for, like, in favor of first departure. As the reconnect has happened, so we finally, hopefully, can have the unpause. I mean, this game was due 40 minutes ago. Want to see some Dota, please?
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty pumped to see some Dota. The thing about Spectre is, even though she has an escape, if you don't... The issue is that it's not enough to just escape from every fight. Like, you can have 0 deaths at 20 minutes, but only 45 last hits. And that's... The situation is just as bad.
Yeah.
Nice outfit for GBX33, though.
Yeah. I do like the Spectre outfit. Ooh.
I like Spectre outfits in general. I think they're kind of neat.
Why is the bracers called cursed ones when I don't see any extra like markings for it?
He ripped out the cursed isn't a gem thing. Cursed is like a dire tide. The only thing that marks a cursed item is that it can be used to create hollow jacks, right?
I don't know.
I think so. The cosmetic system has gotten very baroque.
Yeah.
I don't think any one person can keep track of all the stuff that goes on. Alright, there are some people, I'm sure, that they play the cosmetic game.
Lane. Hey, by the way, I saw it from the chat, so I didn't realize before I saw that, but Mineski has got the 5 Js.
Wow, yeah. That wasn't true the whole time when they were still...
That's true.
Because they would OA and etc. But this is great. I really like that they're all J's now. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Jay, Josh, Joven, Jesse, Vosh, and Jules. And
there's
that's
actually
the team intro.
a
You could do
Dutch
Dire.
band, a Dutch band that's called the 3Js. It's really bad, or at least I
Oh.
think it's really bad.
Well, Mineski are what 60% better than them, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, they can start a band. Next next career path for Mineski. Start singing. I have the name, the 5Js. Well, let's take a look who's playing what, because Timbersaw is in the top lane, so we're going to see him on a suicide lane. Jesse Vash will play him. That leaves Joven on the Wind Ranger. He'll be going mid. He got pulled a couple of tangles and actually went for a little talisman first. And then on the bottom it is a safe tri lane, allowing for heavy roaming. It is Jay on the Alchemist, with Jules playing the Anti-Mage and Josh playing the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, and looking towards first departure, Singaporean team going to try to take these finals out. We got Peloson in the middle on the Invoker. Tough job for him this game. We'll see how he does. Hana is on the offlane as Clockwork, but he's already in a little bit of trouble just using an early Cogs. Even before... Actually, did he miss the block? Yeah, it seems like he went for the block unsuccessfully, and actually Alchemist steals 2 of the creeps from the... Not... That's unusual. Cutting the... Oh, he lost track of him. They didn't follow him down the stairs. So actually, that Alchemist play is going to help Clockwork.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Hanny is going to be happy with that.
Lol. And in the tri-lane up top, it is going to be Kai on the Visage, ChibiX33 will be playing on the Spectre, and Lubby will be on the Earthshaker.
Yep, he's already stacking and pulling and double pulling even if he gets this properly. No, yes, yes. That one little satire made it happen. We do have Jesse Vash also seeing it though, so he'll just pull the creeps back towards his lane, so he's gonna be okay with that. I'd like to see the battle of the offlaners. By the way, Peloson is not having a fun time middle. He is getting harassed quite heavily by Joven here. Joven is sitting on 5 last hits with 3 only for the Invoker, and he can throw some harassment in return, but it's not as successful as you might think it would be. He does have a salve though, so in that regard he has more regen.
He should be okay, I think. They were both pooled tangos. Of course, this is not a favorable matchup for the Invoker early on. So, but he's getting last hits. That's the main thing for me, honestly. Like it's 8-3 and he's 5-0, but that's not that bad. And Invoker is just not a dominant lane guy. The only hero he really dominates is like he's good against Shadow Fiend. He's pretty good against Storm.
People that don't really have a good early game normally either.
Right. Denied. And anybody with a big like wind up, like the main reason you don't want to play Shadow Fiend against this guy is just if you ever sat there trying to cast Raise while getting hit by the Cold Snap thing, one of the least fun Dota feels.
Yeah.
Rotation. So again, it's that pseudo tri lane where you never know when the Crystal Maiden's going to show up, and she's here now, right?
Yeah, and she's gonna help Joven trying to get first blood. In comes the Frostbite, power shot, and that's it, first blood. Boom! Crystal Maiden takes it home, like very close for the Invoker to first try and get Joven as first blood, with the Sunstrike missing, but with Crystal Maiden in his rotation with an Invis rune, made it all worth it.
They don't have the damage. Spectre just doesn't have the damage quite yet to actually kill this Timber, and he has taken 2 in reactive already, so you can see he's actually not gone for any Whirling Death. He's just reactive armor and Timber Chain. Get away and survive.
Look at the pool that Alchemist has done so far here in the jungle.
Yeah,
that's a pretty hefty pool, and smoke up instantly as well.
It is a pretty good stack already. I mean, that'll be waiting for probably the Anti-Mage when he gets Battle Fury.
I wouldn't mind seeing it taken by the Crystal Maiden and the Alchemist themselves, though. Like, if they're going to continue rotating a lot, then they kind of need something to get their levels back up.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I hype Chibi a lot, but he hasn't really last hit very well so far. 13 for 3 is okay, but just look at Anti-Mage. That should be Spectre.
Yep, 19 for 4. As we have the smoke rotation. Is Peloson safe? I actually don't think he is. He's trying to be safe.
He's not safe.
No. Oh, there comes a stun with the acid spray, but he's standing right next to his tower. The shackle won't latch. Oh, will actually. And that's gonna be a kill. Sunstrike will miss. Alchemist will take the kill. He's taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he'll be fine. He has a salve. Wow.
Big shackle shot.
Yep. I really I didn't think that was gonna latch. It was level 1, but I guess we also have some abilities delay, as we are of course on a Singaporean server, so it took a while before my computer actually noticed it.
Yeah, this is just the power of this Alchemist CM. These picks justify themselves whenever you can roam and secure kills, and Invoker in the middle is just a very tempting target. And it's not that Pelosin is playing it especially badly, it's just you can't do much. Oh no, he's gonna get soloed. Oh no, shackle shot latch, but if he gets the power shot, is he even gonna try?
No, he got fissured. He was afraid that there were too many people around there. He has to be, like, Lubby has to be careful though. Like, he pops his salve right now. That's good. He was low for a very long time. We've got another smoke, by the way. Alchemist already charging up a stun, going for Chivix here. That should be a kill. The frostbite, the stun, the punches, and that is Jesse Vash taking a kill. Kai trying to run forward. Use your grave. Chill. Come on. Run! No, never mind.
No
the
way.
grave still put him in range of the frostbite. If he did it earlier, the frostbite would have still been on cooldown, but no. Not right now. That's 4 dead on the side of First Departure with 0 retaliation kills for First Departure themselves. So that's not the right start, and Pelosin still struggling here in the middle lane.
Yeah, not an easy time at all. The ganks, and because Windrunner, the ganks gave Windrunner a full level on him. So now it's just constant harassment. Even when Windrunner doesn't have help, she can just constantly power shot and annoy him. So yeah, FD, this is not the start that they need to do. Clockwork isn't at 6 yet either.
I think we're seeing what you meant by the Alchemist coming out with the stun. Look at his position.
Big plays. He's got the Quelling Blade too. Yeah,
yep.
So now it's the aggressive try.
Now it's the aggressive try. He's already charging up the stun, looking for Chivix. And will be throwing it out right now. As a spray coming out as well. It's a Sunstrike. Sunstrike later on Jeji Bass. The Soul Assumption. One more hit needed, but he's just fine. That reactive armor, and Jay just punching away at Kai. The frostbite will be there. It looks to be the second kill here on this trial lane, but no, this time the Grave Shield might be enough. Maybe still the sun comes out. Yeah, hello. That's gonna be another kill right there. 6-0. Cogs come in. Hana with the rotation. He's not level 6 yet, but he might be able to kill off that Crystal Maiden. The frostbite and a flare. It's not enough. In comes the chakram. He runs for it. He gets denied. Sick. Oh my god. That's going to be maybe Hana in some trouble. The stun from Jay will still come out, sunning him up, and it's enough to take him down. Whoa.
7-0.
7-0.
Okay, maybe 7-1 because the Alchemist is going to die.
Stick charges? Yeah, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Tried to deny himself with a stun, but that was way too late for that. Well, yeah. First Departure finally get themselves a kill.
Yeah, and it's and it was an ordeal to get that kill too. Like, it required Spectre to come back. Yeah. They didn't. Of course, it says 7-2, but the CM denied herself on neutral, so that was a big play from Josh too. But just in general, Mineski really knows this combo, this support combo, and I'm actually kind of surprised that FD didn't opt for the Alchemist ban, because Mineski has picked Alchemist in the first phase 100% of the times that it hasn't been banned in the last 2 weeks.
Joven might have just been overextending. Yep, that's totally his fault, to be honest.
Slightly overextending. He's only at the tier 2 tower when the tier 1 is at full HP.
He wind ran towards the Invoker to try and snipe him up with the power shot, but that was dodged, and then it was a very easy job just to turn around and kill. That was, I have to say though, I mean, all the rotations of Mineski, apart from that one, have worked out. So the levels right now are actually quite scary for First Departure. Invoker and Spectre are on par with the highest of Mineski, but the supports, level 3 and level 4, while Clockwork, of course, his rotation didn't work out. He died. He's still level 5, doesn't have his hookshot, and we mentioned that his level 6 might be the opening that First Departure needed to, get back into the game, to get that mid-game going their way.
Again.
Yeah, nice Fissure though. Nice Jay will stun himself. They're gonna Sunstrike him. He is gonna die. That's gonna be at least 2 kills because Josh sticking around as well. Power shot. Shackle won't latch. And that's gonna be Joven backing off as well, realizing this time when he can't go in. That was a good Fissure coming out for First Departure. They really needed to stop the hate train coming off from Mineski.
Excellent Fissure. Really well played by Lubby. And that's really the only reason that Invoker didn't die.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, as long as they can... The thing with Earthshaker, he's a great defensive support. So as long as Lubby keeps landing those, it does create the space for First Departure to not get totally trashed. The problem is, if you just look at the farm differential for Jules relative to Spectre, he already has 1.6k net worth advantage, and off the basis of almost 30 extra last hits.
And I mean, it's not even
He's not even going greedy.
Like yeah.
He's got treads and poor man's.
That's quite
Vlad's time for Vlad's first AM to just take the game.
Alchemist already charging up a stun. He's walking right next to Centaur. Doesn't matter though. That's gonna be Chivix dead again.
Yeah, with Medallion up, it's so easy. It's so easy to kill people with this hero after you have Medallion.
Yeah, and now that the smokes don't get revealed by True Sight, that sentry right there, not really helping out all too much. Well, they're gonna have to try and make something happen, like something different. Force them back. Force them towards a different lane. Have some aggression going out in the anti-mage. Force those supports to the bottom lane so that Spectre can get some time to farm. Because right now, it's not working out. And we already have Jay with his Quelling Blade making his way through to another kill.
He's doing it. I love this. Doing it again? This is exactly what he was doing earlier, yeah.
And they saw Lobby move up as well because they've got that up.
Yeah,
they saw him. Oh, hello, range scoop. He's doing it enough. He's doing it again, but this time there's already a path. So the vision.
They don't have vision right now.
They don't have vision.
It's actually really annoying. Like, this is legit. I mean, the thing is, they can waste as much time as they want up here. Like, it creates pressure, it keeps GBX close to the tower, and it just lets Anti-Mage farm. Now he's 45 last hits ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, 44.
It just keeps getting worse and worse. Now they go. Kai, wow, hooked the Timber Chain. It's not even needed. He's gonna die from the poison. Still, at least is able to throw out a soul assumption, but
it's another good fissure.
Not gonna happen.
Nice hook shot.
That's gonna be ooh, Timber Chain away from Jesse.
Sick.
2 to 3 on the low ground, and Joven still looks for a kill. He doesn't have mana though. Oh, he has 6 charges. He has mana plenty, but he gets fissured first. Tries to run forward. Power shots into nothingness as Timbersaw has already taken down the Clockwork.
Joven's playing real weird, but it's okay.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Jessie 5. She's not yet done. There's not that many trees left here, so he just realized that it's well. Sunstrike. No Sunstrike. Fissure will be there, but he's on the right side of the fissure. And actually, Jivix, he daggered, but he can't go in. He is actually gonna get picked up right now. Lobby comes back in to try and take down Vash, but Vash is gonna be just fine. Lobby now on the run. Alchemist has got another stun again in a couple of seconds, and he will be popping it, and he will be throwing it out, and he has the boots. Lobby running for his life. Maybe a stomp, but it doesn't matter. That's gonna be an armlet help, or Medallion helping out. One more hit needed. Come on, you can do it.
Just needs to spray.
Or the poison. Yep, the poison. Acid spray is gonna be enough.
Earlier.
And he's got the chemical rage on, so right now Kai can't really do that much against him either, and he's already charging up a stun. Yeah. I mean, they still got the Timber Saw, that's great. They got the Wind Ranger, that's great too, but they lost their Spectre, and they just lost most of their heroes. In comes the Haunt, goes towards the middle lane where Pelozon needs some help, but Pelozon already dead. No longer help needed. Chivix still chasing Joven, but he won't be able to get him anymore.
Yeah, this highly chaotic fight style not only favors Mineski from a playstyle perspective, it also favors Mineski in this game, because the chaos is all happening on top of Spectre. Like, whether or not Spectre dies, which he did die that time, he's gonna die again. Maybe not.
Standing in the chakram is not good for your health. Does she have a dagger? Nope, she has to just run. Pops herself though, and a 1-3, and now nice battery assault coming up from Hana. The hook shot hitting. Chakram doesn't hit, and Jesse might actually be in some trouble right now. Misses another Timber Chain. Sunstrike will miss, but it doesn't matter. Perhaps he can deny himself to Roshan. Perhaps he can make Chibix get bashed by Roshan. Lobby has got a fissure for him. One more hit. That's going to be enough. The flare came in to do the job. Well, that is at least something that First Departure have going in favor of them. But as you said, I mean, Chibix, he might be involved in the kills.
He's not farming.
But he's not farming, exactly. Anti-Mage is just happily farming away.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. By the way, I do want to say, like, in terms of like a do versus don't try this at home, definitely, if you get Alchemist, you should play him support in pubs. It wins games. Support Alchemist wins games. And check it out. Check out Jay. He's got a Blink Dagger, right? It's 13 minutes and this support Alch has a Medallion and Blink. So that's really, really terrifying. This absolutely wins games. Like, it's so strong. And I just don't know, even though First Departure are actually getting the better of these last like 3 fights, I don't feel that like Joven is definitely not optimizing. Like, he's 1-3 on Windrunner, but he finished mech. So even though he's 1-3, he's still farming better than GBX or Pelozon.
Yeah, it's just so scary.
The Anti-Mage has 13-minute Battle Fury after Tread's Poor Man's, like, NP, easy game, easy life.
Yeah, and then the question comes like, okay, you know what, First Departure is not really getting ahead. 5 versus 4. So what will happen if Anti-Mage is ready to join fights? And right now, I mean, even though apparently they can hold their own with still 5 versus 4, they can at least, oh. But I was gonna say they can at least get some retaliation kills. As Invoker just get nuked. Haste Rune, Alchemist blinking in with a stun. Yeah, that's the scary sight right there. But they still are losing map control. They have no tier 1 towers left standing. They all fell during fights and all that. And they're farming space. The space that Spectre desperately needs to farm is just getting reduced so much right now.
It is. They're down 3 towers, and because Alchemist has Blink, his effective operation range is now very large. Because the stun has a very long... Like, you can toss it pretty far. So, basically, in a 1.5k radius around Alchemist, like, is like a no-go zone, because anybody will just get ripped up. He's level 10, so he's higher level, yeah, the support Alch, than everybody except Spectre. And, like, it's not like Spectre is going to survive. So, they don't have these 3 towers. They can't control it anywhere on the map. Like, Spectre's doing the right thing. He knows where the team is, so he's going somewhere else. And, I mean, he's got phase drums, which is the effective early game Spectre build, but it's just not enough. Here comes Jay again.
Yep, throwing out a stun. Hana's already picked up. Sunstrike still comes in, though, and Jay will get nuked. Wow. He just got dunked upon. Echo Slam slightly overkill, but doesn't matter, Jesse. He will be able to get away. 4 heroes at first departure here in this middle lane. Ooh, so
much money this guy has. He bought back already.
Yep, and he's already back in this, looking for a stun, finds it up on Jibbix and up on Kai. Doesn't go in with it though.
He's gonna die though.
Nah, no, Mechanism coming up from mid range and paying off. Here comes a Frostbite. Pelozon is gonna be the one to die instead. Maybe they can still get someone else.
He's gonna kill the Spectre.
He's gonna kill... Yeah, well, he killed Kai, he stunned up Lubby, and Lubby will as well go down. Jay still in this, looking for another stun in about 6 seconds. Jibbix is not going to stick around to wait for that. I don't blame him for that one. But perhaps you can take down Hana still. I mean, he's already charging up the stun. And that's going to be just... Oh my god, this is just a massacre.
Meanwhile, Jules is, you know, PvE.
He is 0-0-0 in 19 for 12 game.
Typical Anti-Mage video game contribution. Meanwhile, Alk is 6-4-11.
By the time that he's ready to, like, that's one of the reasons why I'm crappy at last hitting, but I also like playing a carry seems not fun to me because by the time that you're done farming, your team could have already won the game. Like,
I finished. Oh my. Team
yeah. Oh, GG. Like that's for Jules. This game, I mean, he is farming really good. But he is probably not going to be in the fight unless it's fountain farming at this point. If this continues going the way this is going.
I mean, he is farming, like, he's got more than 9 last hits per minute. I mean, it's post-Battle Fury, so that number goes up quickly, but still. In all fairness, Jules has played a pretty solid anti-mage game by the standard anti-mage metrics of not doing anything. But, I mean, this game's all about... I really don't understand why you wouldn't ban Alk first against Mineski. Like, they will always take it. So if you have a counter, then yeah, absolutely. But this lineup that they chose does not counter the anti-mage. Sorry, the Alk.
I'm gonna expect the first ban next game, first departure.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're gonna ban it out. They probably will.
I'm surprised, like, if they went into it knowing it would happen, so I'm surprised that they didn't take more countermeasures with their draft. Like, I don't know. Like, if I was playing Mineski, I would definitely either ban it. I would just ban it.
Yeah. Go if ready. Well, net worth right now, I mean, there's 2 heroes that have a Hand of Midas on the side of first departure. One, of course, is the Invoker, which is an item that you expect from him, but hasn't really paid off just yet. He only has Brown Boots, still a Null Talisman that he picked up at level 0 or level 1, and no 4-star hit either, so this is just really poor. And the other Hand of Midas is for the Visage, which I kind of like, because, you know, Lubby is going to be buying wards probably anyways, and, you know, they need some form of way to deal with this later on. They have to have hope that they're going to make it to late game. You know, that's their plan. And they've got decent counter push as well. I mean, Tornadoes, Deafening Blasts, Fissures, Flares, it's all pretty decent to turtle. And that's something that you can, if you do it long enough, Spectre will at some point have enough farm, at least that's what you should hope for. At some point though, Mineski, I wouldn't put it past Jay to just, you know, link into the enemy base. And he is the one with the Aegis. I mean, Anti-Mage is not going to fight anyway, so he is the one with the Aegis. That is just
yeah.
awesome.
I mean, it makes sense, right? If AM's just gonna PvE and split push, like, what the hell does it need an Aegis for? Greedy ass one role player.
Yeah. You're not gonna fight anyway, so screw you with your Aegis. Well.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Alk has the most deaths on their team for what it's worth. Like, cause he's always in there. He's always getting hype, right?
Yep. He's just you know, like right now
the more egregious
for
thing
EMS,
is he's taking. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, for EMS and for MLG, they had like the players' voice chat going through, right?
Right.
I would really like to hear that from Jay if he jumps in, because I cannot imagine that Mineski is quiet, because you know, and that would just be hilarious. Like jumping,
the really funny
blinking
thing to me is he's stealing farm now from Jules.
Yeah.
So the Aegis is one thing, but don't touch my jungle.
Yep, acid spray will clean out the creeps. There's actually an illusion or invisibility rune up. We'll see if First Departure tries to make a go for that one. I don't think so though. They actually don't really have any vision apart from the ones trying to keep safe for someone coming into the mid lane unexpectedly. They can only farm what's coming into their lanes, and other than that, they're quite scared to. No, I wouldn't blame them actually. They're quite scared to go out of their jungle. It all comes down to when Mineski thinks they can go high ground or can go to the tier 2s, because they still have two tier 2 towers standing.
Right. I mean, they can use anti-mage to pressure the tier 2s while the rest of the team pushes Departure up onto their high ground. Because Departure, actually, they've gotten a couple minutes where they can just farm. Alchemist has peeled off to finish 4 staff, basically. But that he has 4 staff, I expect him to stop farming and just resume the death march.
Top tower is under attack.
Resume the death march. Well, perhaps we're gonna have it now. Hana is smoked up. He is gonna maybe try to initiate. Smoke up also for the Visage, also for Lobby. I'm not. Oh.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, that happened. Okay,
Nice
nice Fisher, but he hookshotted himself onto a familiar. That's like the best initiation First Departure has, and then, you know, they get to the Night Tower, rejoice, but they like they cannot make that. What? Sorry, but that's not allowed. Like you shouldn't. Yeah.
It's not allowed.
I'm sure
not
he
allowed
knows.
to be positive.
Making mistakes is human.
Yeah, to error is human, certainly. I mean, Visage will have the mechanism in another 8 minutes. He's got Midas, so
yeah.
I can't say I really love Visage Midas. It's really whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of needed because.
Did it really
you know,
Midas the small creep? It's way less XP. I'm really shocked that he did that. I think the Visage should have Midas the big creep.
I think
What?
so
Why
too.
would you do
if
that?
There were, well, the only
It's more
reason you
gold
would
this
do
way,
that,
but it's not. It's more gold this way, but I don't agree with it. I think he needs XP more.
the only reason you would do that is if you're having a hero next to you that will take the big creep instead.
Yeah, I think he just wanted a little bit of extra gold because he wants to hit the mechanism a little faster, which I guess he's right. I don't know.
We have Mineski making their way over top. They have got the smoke up. They might be trying to smoke up next to the anti-mage, because anti-mage might be in a fight. Look, he's very close by where the fight's gonna happen. He has a Manta style, he has a flats. I'm gonna hope for it. Alchemist is already charging up a stun. Anti-mage, no, he's still pushing top. Well, Chibix is gonna get stunned and frostbitten and shackled, and you name all the spells, and they're there. Slow is still there up on Vash. The guy has to back out.
I think Storm should go. I think Spectre should go for staff.
Spectre should go for staff?
Yeah, to escape. For escapes.
Perhaps. Oh, then look for something here. Shackle's already up on Pelozon. He cannot get away. Force up might be enough. The Fisher, no, never mind.
No.
Alchemist already throws out his stun. That's already 2 core heroes dead on the side of First Departure. Those are the 2 highest farmed heroes on the map. First Departure, both just picked up one by one.
Clockwork at this point is useless. Like, Clockwork doesn't do anything because they have 4 staffs. Everybody except Anti-Mage is a 4 staff, and Anti-Mage should build a 4 staff to complete the 5 J's with 5 4 staffs.
Wow, that's Dutch. Sorry. So, no, we are gonna have ourselves a second game. I hope that First Departure is able to... Anti-Mage 000.
Did you just open your mouth and Dutch came out? That happens to me sometimes, but not with Dutch, obviously. Anti-Mage.
What?
I love this.
It's just...
A game of that's the perfect game on an anti-mage.
Yep, he just never was involved in the fight.
714 GPM.
Well, I hope that first departure can have a better showing in the second game. That's what I wanted to say in Dutch before I realized that I wasn't talking in Dutch. But we're gonna jump ourselves over to that game, so stick around. We'll be right back. This is, of course, a best of 5 to decide who gets the 10,000 Singaporean dollars as the #1 prize here in the Rapture Gaming League. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere.